Fine. We have loaded the dataset in Power Query. What is Power Query for and why do we need to clean or transform the dataset? For an example, we have one table. Let's consider this table. If you see here, we have an employee ID and the name and address column. If you look into this table data, you could see the ID is associated with something forward slash and something else like M or F. What it exactly mean? It implies that it implies the gender of the particular employee. The same way, if you see the name column, you could see the name of that person and then associated with hyphen, and then you could see the designation associated with that employee. So the same way for if you see the address column, you could see the states as well as the region associated with that particular employee. If I want to see the gender in separate column, how do I going to separate it? The same way, if you see the name column, I just want to display the name alone, not the designation. The same way, if I see the address, I need to display the address alone, not the region associated with that states. So how do I do that? So we can make a use of Power Query in Power BI desktop. We could able to clean it and then transform the data set. So let's get over to the Power Query, and then I'm just going to give a just overview about what is Power Query. If you see on the left side, you could see what are the tables we have imported into Power Query, and on the right side you could see the properties, the name of the particular table or dataset, you can see that, and then applied step. So what is the applied step? If you recall, we have take the data from our local system. What is this source actually? This source implies that where we take the data from, whether is it a local system or whether it is from SQL DB or online, everything you can see that in source. What is this promote header? So if you see here, once we take the data, the Power Query it displays like this. Column name you could see in one row, but in Power Intelligence, it's automatically detect whether it's a column header or not, and then promote that first row as a column header. So that's what happened in this step. So it's automatically detect that row, first row as a header, and then promote that as a header. And then what is this change type? So this Power Intelligence automatically detects what data type is associated with that column and then change that data type actually. Fine. What are the options available in Power Query to transform the data? Now we are in Home tab. If you see this section, it's new query session where you can able to connect to the data. Other options, if you see here, choose column. If you have 10 to 15 columns in your data set, you can if you want to choose only 5 to 10 particular columns, you can make a use of this option to choose those columns. The same way, if you want to remove the columns, you can make a use of it, and then you can able to keep 10 to 15 first 10 to 15 rows or first 1000 rows from, you can make a use of these options. The same way for if you want to merge two tables or append two tables, you can make a use of it. What is the difference between transform and add column tab? Transform column. Let's consider this table as an example. If you see the name, you can see the name as well as the designation of the particular employee. So I just want to extract the name alone on this column. I just want to transform this column to make this column appear only name and neglect the designation. So that's what transform means. What is the add column means? Add column means you are going to add one more column on the existing table. For an example, if you see the name column, you just want the name alone in this column, and but you want to separate the designation associated with this column to a separate column, like name in one column and then designation in another column. The same way for if you see the employee id in one column and then gender associated with that employee in another column. That's what add column implies. So you're going to add one more column on the table. Fine. Now in this step, we are going to check each and every table, and then if it needs to be cleaned, we will clean it and transform it accordingly. Fine. We'll check the customers table first. On the right hand side, on the applied step, if you see on the change type, it's automatically changed the data type based on the Power Intelligence. So I don't want this to be present here. I would like to change all the data types manually. So I would recommend you to remove this step and then change the data type manually wherever needed. So I just delete that step and then let's go to the customer key column. I just want this to be in whole number format. So click here. You can see the data type you can change on this particular column. So I want this to be in whole number format. Let's change this to be in whole number format. So first name, last name, prefix are in text format. That's fine. If you see here, birth date, it's in text format. So I would like to change this to be in date format. So click on here and then I am just trying to change it in date format. So if you see here, it's giving an error. Let's see the error. We couldn't trace the input provided as date value. It's happening because my locally date format is different and then here this format is different. Let's see. This first one implies the month and then this second one implies the day and then this one implies the year. But in my locally date format, the first one would be the date form a day and then second would be the month and then third one would be the year. So this that's why this is giving an error. So to resolve this error, we could do one thing like delete the change type. Let's go and change the data type in another way. Click on here and then using local, click on that. Data type you want to change, click on that and then change the data type to be date format. But in the locally, I don't want to be in English India. So I want this to be in United States form, a date format. So choose the United States date format and then click on OK. In that way, you could be able to change the data type as it is. So now all the data type here is looks good except the annual income. This is in the text format. I want this to be in whole number format. Also, I don't want this dollar symbol present here. So let's replace this dollar symbol with nothing. Let's go to the transform and then replace this column value to from dollar to nothing. So click on that and then change this data type to be in whole number. Okay, looks good. And then if you see here, I need to change the customer key since I deleted the step. I need to be this to be changed. Fine. Let's check the product categories table. Product categories table, it's fine. Product subcategory tables also it looks good to me. Let's check the products table. Product key is in whole number format. This is also in number format. This Q level is text format. This is fine. So this product size, style, product cost, it's decimal format, fixed decimal format. This is also good to me. Returns table. So the same way I'm going to remove this change type. Let's remove it and then I'm going to change the data type manually. If you see here return date, I want this to be in date format. Let's change it. So if you see here, the same error we are getting. So we couldn't trace the input provided as date value. So let's remove this change type and then we'll change this data type using the locale format. Change the data type to be in date, United States date format. Fine. Then territory key, let's change this to be in number format and then product key also in whole number format. This return quantity would be in whole number format. Let's go to the territories table. Territories table, it looks good. Let's go to the sales 2015. The same way I'm going to remove this change type. I'm going to manually change all the data types. So order date, I need this to be in date format. So using locally, I'm going to change the date format. This should be in date format by using United States date format. Stock type should be also in date format. By using locally, I'm going to change the date format. Product key, I will be changing this to be in whole number format. The customer key also same whole number format. Let's change this to be in whole number format. And then order line item needs to be in whole number format. Order quantity also in number format. Fine. Let's go to the sales 2016. I'm going to remove this change type. I'm going to change this data type manually. This one I'm going to using locally. I'm going to change this date. I'm going to follow the same for stock date. This should be in whole number format. This customer key also needs to be in number format. This territory key also needs to be in number format. Order line item as well as order quantity. Let's go to sales 2017. I'm going to remove the change type. Let's change it manually. Using locally, I'm going to change the data type. Date United States. Follow the same for stock date as well. Product key in number format, and then customer key also in number format. Territory keys also in number format, as well as line order quantity. Fine. This looks good to me. The next one, if you see here, sales 2015, sales 2016, and sales 2017. These three tables is identical, but the thing is the year of sales is different. So I am going to join these three tables using append queries. So these three tables stacks together. Let's see this one. I'm going to append the queries, and then three or more tables. First one should be sales 2015. Next is 2016 sales, and then 2017 sales. I'm going to click on OK. So let's append it. So fine, I appended this one. I'm going to rename this as to be sales, not only sales 2015. This table have sales data for 2015, 2016, and 2017. Let's check. Let's confirm this. If you see here, I have 2015 data, also 2016 data. I do have some 2017 data. This looks good to me. So I'm going to click on close and apply. So what are the transformation I did? It's going to be apply and import it into Power BI desktop. Let it load. Now I'm going to save this PBIX. Let's save this.